Aloha, it's Henry, and today's spotlight are the cliffs in Princeville. No, we absolutely love it, so definitely a thumbs up, even though the iPhone sometimes goes on its own, but the cliffs certainly gets more than one thumbs up. This should get two thumbs up. These are absolutely spectacular on a bluff overlooking the ocean on Kauai's North Shore. And just a little bit of background on the cliffs, developed in the early 1980s, 22 acres, 202 units across multiple low-rise buildings. A couple different unit types here. You've got one unit suites that are approximately 900 square feet with a kitchen, two full bathrooms, and a separate living room. You've got one bedroom suites with a loft that's about 1,200 square feet. And you've even got four bedroom suites that are here. Henry, my gosh, why do they call it they call it the cliffs. So you know what? I'm going to take one for the team and stare right into the sun for you because this is spectacular. This view is what makes the cliffs so good. You want to talk about whale watching? Hello. So the amenities here, swimming pool with waterfalls, two hot tubs, two tennis courts. I guess you could do fitness on the tennis courts, a fitness center, a children's playground. Let me think. I think there's even a putting green with a sand trap, multiple barbecue grills, an oceanfront pavilion that is actually right behind me. And the Cliffs has been recognized for its sustainability practices, including solar systems and comprehensive recycling programs. Definitely kudos for its green initiatives. Now, a fair amount of these units are in a timeshare program, but I believe 73 out of these units are individually owned and primarily vacation rentals. Well, of course they're vacation rentals because they're on this cliff and they're overlooking just absolutely one of the best views you're ever going to get here on the North Shore of Kauai. There should be an activity desk up front. There's a business center where you can stay connected to your team. I don't see why you would. You should be out here hanging out, watching the whales, and enjoying just the absolute picturesque view. Plus, you're tucked in at a perfect spot in Princeville. You've got Honolulu right down the road. But truthfully, I'm not sure you ever really need anything because if you could see even some of the waves that are coming in, you could literally just sit here and relax for hours. You can hear the waves come up. You can probably get a little bit of the salt spray also. And I believe the sustainability efforts was recognized by TripAdvisor in 2024 also. So kudos to Cliffs. We love you, Cliffs. You're in an absolutely perfect area on Kauai's North Shore, and you're also doing the right things to keep the island happy. And if the island's happy, then we're all happy. So everybody, take a look at the cliffs. This is the view that makes it so incredibly wonderful. And I will just leave you with that. Just natural beauty. Just doesn't get any better than the cliffs. And now it is time to get off the cliff and head on back to the condos, because these condos are really awesome. So let's talk about vacation rentals a little bit. These are in the VDA, right? So visitor destination area, which means if you own one of the ones that aren't a timeshare, you've got the ability to put it on Airbnb or VRBO all by yourself. You can keep the money. You could hire a third-party management company if you want. But, you know, with the size of these units and how dialed in this resort is, boy, you've definitely got options. If you buy one and you want to just come down and stay for a couple weeks or a couple months a year, you can rent it out the rest of the time. There are high occupancy rates here. How can there not be? I've actually looked at the data, I've seen the data, but all these right here sitting on this ocean bluff, there's a lot of room. Doesn't feel cramped at all. It's very peaceful. Like I'm right in the middle of checkout time and see a few people checking out, but you see a whole lot of people that probably don't want to check out. They're just hanging out on the Adirondack chairs over here, looking at the view, looking at the birds, the wildlife. And boy, could you imagine here during whale season, you know, just coming out, a little glass of wine, a cup of coffee in the morning and seeing the whales come through. It's really peaceful. Cliffs, you do a great job. We absolutely love you for being sustainable and leading the action to keep the island sustainable. The island loves you too. And maybe we take one more look at the view before we call it a day. I mean, it just really doesn't get any better than that. This is picture perfect North Shore Kauai. And with that, mahalo.